Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Automation with Arnab. I am Arnab. I hope you guys are doing very well. So in this video you guys can already see that. So I'm going to discuss about Selenium. Okay. So and also, so if you are going to start your automation journey, okay, with Selenium, so you don't have any prior experience in automation also, so that's why in this video you will learn about how to start your journey with automation, you can say, not about only with the Selenium. Okay, Selenium here I am going to use as an automation tool actually. Okay, so let's start. So first is that what is automation testing actually? So automation testing is that to use a software tools to automate a human driven manual process of reviewing and validating a software product. Okay, nothing like that. Just think that what we are doing in the manual when we are validating a software, same thing we will do using a software or a tool. Okay, so different type of automation testings are available, like that you have to automate web application, you can automate mobile application, you can automate APIs, okay, and so on. You can automate database testing also. Okay, there are different type of tools are available. Just here I'm giving some example that for web application automation we can use Selenium. Okay, for mobile automation testing we can use APM. For API automation testing we can use REST assured, something like that. Okay, so here in this video I'm going to discuss about Selenium. Means that how you can automate your web applications, means the website or any web applications, something like that. Okay, so and one more thing is that in Selenium we can write code using multiple languages, like just like that Java, which is one of the most popular language. Okay, other than that Java, you can use Ruby, you can use C Sharp, you can use Python, and you can use JavaScript, which is becoming very popular these days. Means you can write your code using NodeJS or JavaScript. Okay, so here first I'm going to discuss about the overview of Selenium. Means that what is Selenium actually. Okay, so this is a very key questions actually. When we all heard about that Selenium, it's Selenium is we are going to use for web automation, but what is Selenium actually? If anyone a new person come into us and ask what is Selenium and why I am going to use Selenium, what is the purpose of using Selenium? So here this is the overview. So what they are saying, this is from Selenium documentation. What they are saying that Selenium supports automation of all the major browsers in the market through the use of WebDriver. Okay, so what they are saying that we can automate major browser, not all browsers they are claiming. There are multiple browsers available in the market, but the major browser like that Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Safari. Okay, now what is WebDriver? WebDriver is an API and a protocol that defines a language neutral, just look at this word, language neutral interface for controlling the behavior of web browser. Okay, so using this WebDriver, okay, we can control the behavior of the web browser. Just like that we can, what behavior means, that scrolling, tapping on somewhere, entering any value. Okay, after that what they are saying that each browser is backed by a specific WebDriver implementation called a driver. Each driver actually backed by a specific WebDriver. We cannot use that, okay, I am going to automate Chrome, so I will going to use this WebDriver, whatever they are saying, for Firefox. It cannot be possible, right? We need something, some WebDriver, what they are saying that something WebDriver, okay, which is a collaboration of API and protocol, something, a tool you can say, okay, which is specifically developed for that particular browser. Okay, so driver is the component responsible for delegating down to the browser and handle the communication to and from Selenium and the browser. So if you say that Selenium is in your left hand and your right hand is the browser, so to communicate with between two hands, if something is required, so this driver is taking care of that one. Okay, So after that, what they are saying that this separation is a part of conscious effort to have browser vendor take responsibility for the implementation for their browsers. Okay, so this driver, what they are saying that this driver thing, what they are saying that which is very specific for that particular browser. So Selenium make uses of third-party drivers where possible, but also provides its own driver maintained by the project. Okay, Selenium is providing its own driver for a project, okay, which is Firefox. Otherwise, if you are going to use any other browser, so that company needs to provide this one. So Selenium can use that those third-party drivers. Okay, what after that they are saying that Selenium framework ties all these pieces together through a user-facing interface that enables the different browser backends to be used transparently, enabling cross-browser and cross-platform automation. So, as already mentioned, that we can use this one, and we can what Selenium is collaborating all of these things, and they are giving an interface so that we can write code, and we can use cross browser. We can test cross browser also. So it's not like that we are writing some code which is meant for Chrome, it will not run in Edge. It should run in Edge or Safari, other browsers also. Okay, and if I am going to Selenium documentation, so this is Selenium overview. What they are saying that Selenium is not just one tool or API, it's composed of many tools. WebDriver is one that we have already discussed. Selenium ID is there, Selenium Grid is there. So in this video, I am going to discuss about Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Next is that this is how Selenium works actually. Okay. So as I already mentioned that if you see that there is a Selenium client libraries are there. Okay. Which is there is a different libraries are there for Java, PHP, C#, Python, JavaScript, Ruby. Okay. And here the browser is there. Browser, different browsers you can say. Okay, and in middleware the browser driver are there, whatever drivers we have discussed as of now. Okay, if you guys have any confusion or any doubt on this, how on this WebDriver and all of this, you can do a comment on this video. I'll try to explain. Okay, here what you guys can see that this browsers, so browser driver, I have already mentioned that different browser drivers are present, that Chrome driver, Firefox driver, IE driver. IE is not anymore, so Microsoft Edge. Okay, so it will be Microsoft Edge driver, Safari driver. Okay, so what's happening actually? So once when we are throwing it's actually going through a bridge. It's working as a bridge actually, this browser driver. When we are sending a request actually, say from Selenium, okay, to browser through this browser driver, so it will go and it will ask browser that okay, you have to suppose enter something or you have to tap here. So one HTTP request will be get there, will go, and response will come through this browser driver, and it will finally it will come to Selenium that okay, it's fine. So it will get back with the response that 200 means that it's success. Okay, means that it's working like a API. It's actually a API actually. Okay, so what does it means that, so Selenium client is your left side, in between there is a browser driver, and in the right there is a browsers are there, actual browsers. So it's an API, it's giving some API, so you can communicate through this browser driver with the browsers actually. Okay, so next is that, so I'm not spending so much time on to give you idea that how Selenium works and in detail and blah blah blah. So many documentation, so many things are present in the internet. You can go through the Selenium documentation also, you guys can have idea. I'm just giving the basic idea, the brief idea. Okay, so now start with your journey actually, actual journey, because with the theoretical knowledge you cannot do so many things actually. First thing is that the main thing is that you have to write code. Okay, so before writing the code you have to install some things. You have to make sure that your computer is ready. okay, to write the Selenium code. So first, what is required, as I am already mentioned that in this video I'll use JavaScript as a language. So here is the steps. So first step is that you have to install Node.js. Okay, I have given this URL. I'll mention all of these things in the video description so that you guys can easily get these URLs, or you can search in the Google download Node.js. You guys can get the link also. Okay, based on your computer system, assuming that you are going to use Windows, so you can use Windows installer. You can download and you can install that one. Okay, next is that here I am going to use Visual Studio Code as IDE. Okay, so that's why so for that one I am going to use so you have to download the Visual Studio Code. Just copy paste this link, or you can search in the Google that download Visual Studio Code. You can download that one. Okay, next is that once you download everything, create a folder wherever you want. Okay, then open command line from the newly created folder. Okay, let's start from here. Okay, let's go Selenium. Okay, so I have already created here one folder. Let's create another one. Selenium test. Okay, and from here I am going to open terminal. So this is Windows 11, that's why it's showing that you can directly, the option is coming open in terminal. Otherwise, go inside this one. From here type cmd, it will open the cmd. Once you install the Node.js, so you can check Node.js is installed or not, like using this one. So you can type the command npm space -v. Okay, so it will give you the version what is installed in your system. Okay, I am not going to tell here about this because this is not a Node.js tutorial. Okay, if you are going to want to learn Node.js in detail, you can see some other videos. Okay, after that I am going to use the command npm init. Okay, so it's asking for a package name. So what it will do, that it will create a package, actually Node.js package. It will create the package .json file also for Node.js. Package name is that Selenium tutorials. Okay, cannot contain capital letters. Okay, Selenium _tutorials. Okay, version 1.0. Sorry, 1.0.0. Description: Selenium tutorials for beginners. Okay, entry point is index.js. I'm not giving any entry point here. Test command, I'm not giving anything. Git, I doesn't have any Git repository. You can just enter and you can bypass. Keyword, you can bypass. Author Arnab M. License, if you have anything you can give this one, otherwise it will show like this. You have to type yes. So it is created, the package.json is created. Okay, so if you open Visual Studio, okay, let me close Visual Studio. After installation, once you open Visual Studio, okay, so it's opening my old code base. So you can just like go here, or it will come, it will ask you to open folder or something like that option will come. You can open the folder Selenium test and you can open this one. So it will come like this. Okay, after that what we will do, so from here you can open terminal from the Visual Studio. You can see that in the top menu is there, terminal. You can click on this, a new terminal, or there is a shortcut is there also, Control Shift, this sign beside the one in the keyboard. I don't know the name actually of this sign. Okay, now what's the step? Next step is that it will add the, it is done for us. We have to install the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, means that I have already told that we have to install the client Selenium client libraries. Okay, so to install that one, there is a command is there, npm install Selenium WebDriver. Okay, from this folder I am going to use this command, npm install Selenium WebDriver. You can give @ and you can mention the version. Okay, Selenium WebDriver version, otherwise it will install the latest one, and it will add this package node modules with this project. You can see that node modules got added here, Selenium WebDriver and related other things also. It's just like that. You can say that in the Maven how we are using the adding the dependencies in the jar POM file, so it is adding in the jar adding in the code base. Okay, just like that. Okay, I am creating a new file here inside this Selenium test. Okay, here from here you can create new file, sample test.js. So I'll create the JS file. So this is a JS file. Next is that the very important thing that I have already mentioned, that you have to download the browser driver. Here we are going to use Chrome as our browser for automation. So you have to install or you have to download Chrome driver, which is provided by the Chrome. Okay, Chromium. You can go to this link. You can download the current releases. Just check that what is your Chrome version. From these 3 dots, go to help, about Chrome. You can check what is your version of the Chrome. My Chrome version is 103.0.5060.134. Oh my god, it's a very big one. So this is my version. I have already installed that one. If you click on this one, it will installed. Okay, it will come like this. You have to install, you have to download the zip. You don't have to install anything actually. So if you download this one, it's downloaded, you can, it's opened actually. So this is the exe file. You can see that one. Using this driver, they will communicate with the browser. Selenium will communicate with the browsers actually. Okay, so what I'll do, that I'll copy this chrome driver.exe file, go inside your code base, paste it here. Okay, it is not coming. Okay, so it's there. Okay, okay, now the next is that we'll write the code to launch the browser. Okay, then we'll identify some elements and then we'll do a simple flow, something like that. Okay, so as I already mentioned that if you have some prior knowledge in writing code in JavaScript, it's fine. Otherwise you can see some videos here. I'll try to explain the code, what the code I'll write. Okay, so first what you have to do, you have to import the class. Okay, just like that in Java. Okay, so I'm going to use here builders by and okay, and you have to write require. Okay, Okay, you can give control space, so it will return. Okay, so something like that. So what I have done here, that using Selenium from Selenium WebDriver, okay, I am importing the class builder by key and until. Okay, you can press control and if you mouse over it it will show that the class builder. Okay, the same thing. Okay, you're importing until. Okay, importing key, import by, import builder. Okay, next is that, so here as per Selenium documentation you have to write the async function. So because these all are asynchronous, okay, example. So in JavaScript we have to write method like this. Okay, and though I am going to use async, so I'll explain the code later. Okay, there is two option as, okay, let's try to explain the code here only. Okay, so if you go here, I have mentioned, so I'll post all of these things in this video description. So first you can see, if you guys can see that I have used const. Okay, it means that the variable defined with the const cannot be redeclared. Okay, or you cannot change actually. Okay, so these things I will not change, so that's why I mentioned this one as a constant means that async is a keyword, make that function, a function will return a promise. Okay, so async means that the asynchronous function, it will return a promise actually. So what is promise? Promise means that you can see that promise is an object. Actually object represent the eventual completion or failure. If some asynchronous operation is happening, okay, so it will return a object representation of that one. Even though it's failure or it's success, whatever it is, so it will return a result actually in an object format. So that's a promise. So async is keyword that makes making sure that, okay, it will return a promise. And with async we are going to use await operator also. After that one you will see that I'll write await operator. So why await is that awaits make sure that function wait for a promise actually. Okay, until and unless it will wait actually until it's returning a promise actually. Okay, because why it's async we are using. So I have already explained that in Selenium what it will do, it will through API, it will call the API. Through the API it will try to connect with the browser. So it is their asynchronous call will happen, so you have to wait for the promise. It's a failure or success, whatever it is, that's why. Okay, so let's first is that what we will declare the driver. So we are using let here, so using let also you can declare you can write your variables. Okay, use builder dot for browser, you have to mention Chrome dot. Okay, so here you have to use builder. Okay, that's why I have already declared builder in my first line. Okay, so it will create the using the builder, it will, and you have to mention the browser, for which browser you are going to create the driver, and after that build. Okay, all of these things from the Selenium documentation you can see. Okay, they are telling that this is how we have to initialize the driver actually. Okay, next is that just let's launch the browser actually. Wait, you can see that I am giving await for all of the line wherever we are I am doing a operations actually. Okay, just let's open the okay, let's open google.com. That's it. Okay, To run the code, you have to use command node, and after that simple your JavaScript file. That's it. It's happened. Module is module not found. Okay. So browser opened. Okay. And it's not closing because I haven't quit this one. Okay. So I am quitting this one. So why it's happened? Because if you are going to give the direct name, so you have to give just like that /. Okay. Otherwise it is not able to find the node modules actually. Okay. So though I have closed the browser, you have to kill the Selenium server. It's still running. You can press Ctrl C. It stopped. Okay. Let's write some code. Okay, so I think as of now you guys have an idea what I am doing. Okay, let's get trying. Inside the try I can add this one. Okay, finally I'll close the driver. So I'm assuming that you guys doesn't have any idea how to use Selenium, as already I mentioned that in Java or something like that, or you have an idea in Selenium. Still I am telling that first what we are doing, that first step is that we are importing the Selenium WebDriver, whatever is required. Okay, whatever the class is required, we are in the first line we are importing those things. Okay, and we are mentioning this one as a constant, and because we will not change these things. Okay, next is that we are writing a asynchronous function, async function. Okay, inside that one, first line is that we are initializing the driver. Then what we will do, we will give a implicit wait. Okay, what is implicit wait and why it is giving, I'm not going to discuss here. I'll in my next videos you will get to know slowly all of these things. Okay, it's not mandatory these things, but this is a good practice actually. Okay, next is that I will try to do a operation. Okay, in this line I have declared the wait, but yeah, implicit wait you guys can see already, implicit I have mentioned. And next is that using the driver dot get method, and inside the get method you have to write your URL, whatever the URL you are going to open. Okay, and next is that, and suppose if I open this URL in the browser, okay, it will not come, because once it will open, every time it will open, Selenium will create a fresh communication with the Chrome. Okay, let's comment out this one. Okay, and also one thing I forgot to mention, that if you don't have any idea why I'm writing try and finally, what is that? Try means that inside the try block, if this any of your code is have a chance to for error. Okay, so you can write your code inside the try, and here should be catch. Another block should be there. I'm not writing here. That is a catch block where you can throw your exception. If any exception happened while running your code, which what the code it's inside the try block, if it's throwing an exception, so you can catch those exception and you can print those exception from the catch block. I'm not writing the catch block here. Okay, and inside the finally, whatever happened in the try block, if it is throwing exception or not, whatever the code you will write inside the finally, it will run that code. Okay, so that's why whatever happened, it will close the driver, because that's why I'm running writing the code inside the finally block. Okay, there is a two different thing, it's quit and close, so I'm not discuss about anything here. I'll discuss slowly in my next videos, tutorial videos. Okay, so just let's run this code. So you guys can see that while it was running the browser, it is opening a separate browser. Instead of I have already opened browser is here, but it will open a separate browser, because as I mentioned that it will create a separate connection with the browser through that WebDriver. The WebDriver we have given, this WebDriver, Chrome driver. Okay, it's opening the browser actually. Okay, so that it can control, it can communicate, not only control, it can communicate with the browser. It cannot communicate with this browser actually, not object, this browser actually. Okay, so once it is opening, this pop-up is coming, so we have to accept this. We have to click on this accept all manually. What we'll do, we'll click on this one. So we'll click with here also in manual automation. Okay, so here I am showing that how you can identify this element, or how this whatever I can say that Selenium will click or identify this one. So I'll explain in my later video when I am upload the video for how to find elements or all. Just you can follow these things now. Just okay, what I am doing, that right click on any of the button or anywhere in your browser, click on inspect, it will open here. You can see that elements tab is there. Place your mouse inside the element tab, click in keyboard Ctrl+F, press Ctrl+F. Here you can say that find by string, selector or XPath, whatever it is. Okay, so I am going to write a XPath. I think you guys already have heard that XPath for automation. So I'll explain later what is a XPath. Just follow these steps now. Okay. You guys can see that when I am writing this XPath, creating this XPath here, it's highlighting one element here, and this element, if you click on this click on that highlighted element in the browser also, if you mouse over this one, it will show that which I am talking, which we are working on, which element, it will be highlighted. Okay, so I'm just copying this XPath, and here driver dot find element. Okay, there is a method driver dot find element, means that it will find the element by what, by there is a multiple options is there, you have to use the by. Okay, that's why I have written here the by. Okay, by you can find that element by name, by text, by XPath, by ID. So many things are there. Okay, here I'm going to use XPath. Whichever is unique, you have to use that one. I'm going to use XPath. Then what I'll do, I'll click on that one. So dot click. So I'll perform this one. So what I'll do that, I'll first using the driver, I'll find that element. How I will find that element? I will find that element using XPath, means XML path. That is the unique thing, okay, for that particular element. And after that, what I'll do that, I'll click on that element. Okay, let's now I uncomment this one. Okay, so I'm killing the last one and running the code again. So you guys can see that it's immediately it closes the tab. Okay, if you haven't see this one, so I'm commenting out that one. Okay, so it closes immediately. So that's the flavor of Selenium. It will work so fast. Okay, so sometimes you have to give a hard-coded wait. You have to wait sometimes, otherwise your application will not work so fast. Actually, the fast Selenium will start work. Okay, so I'm just closing this browser and I'm killing this one. So what is happening, if you are not closing the driver by your code, so it will keep running though you close the browser. Okay, you have to kill the Selenium server, actually the connection actually, so by pressing Ctrl+C together. Okay, so I think you guys have an idea, brief idea how Selenium works and how you can start your Selenium journey with JavaScript. Actually, so many people they are using most popular is that Java, then people are using through Python, people are using through C#, people are using through PHP, Ruby. Okay, but as I already mentioned earlier twice, that these days this Node.js is becoming very popular, means the JavaScript. Okay, so that you guys can write code through JavaScript also. That's why in this video I am using JavaScript as a language. Okay, so quick recollect actually. So what we have learned today, that first what is automation testing. Okay, then we have given the overview of Selenium, then how Selenium works. Okay, again I am telling that the Selenium libraries, I have already shown that through the browser driver it's opening the browser actually. Okay, so that it can communicate with the browser. It's not working with the existing open browser. Okay, Selenium cannot use the already existing open browser. So the steps to start your journey with Selenium, so these are the steps. I'll upload all this thing in the add these things in the video description, don't worry about that one. And next is the very small code explanation. If you have any doubt, if you don't have any prior experience in writing code in JavaScript, so these are the some code explanation. Okay, so I hope you guys have idea on now on Selenium. So subscribe my channel so that you guys can follow me, and every week you'll get a new video on Selenium from onwards today. Okay, every you can say every Monday you will get a new video. Okay, I'll try to upload every Monday. Okay, usually I am following that one. Okay, so and thank you for all your support, and if you like this video, please share with others so that they can also learn, and also visit my channel. There are a lot of videos are available with APM. Okay, to APM and Selenium 4 also. Okay, if you need any help, you can just do a comment, or if you have any doubt, just do a comment on this video. I'll try to resolve that one. Okay, thank you.